What's up guys, Phoenix here. In this video we're going to be talking about another new card spoiled for release in Raging Tempest, the set that we will be getting around February 2017, the set that we get after Invasion of Vengeance in the TCG, or Invasion of Venom if you're looking at the OCG pack names. But this card directly relates to the card I talked about yesterday, Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, because this is the card that you're going to be most ideally using to summon said Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, and that is the Rank Up Magic card, Rank Up Magic Cipher Ascension. It is a quick play Rank Up Magic spell, and honestly, let's go for that name, right? I really like that name, Rank Up Magic Cipher Ascension. It's just very simple. It's nothing too extreme, no extraneous words or anything like that, but it's very to the point, and it's just like it literally sounds like the name of what a Rank Up Magic card should be, like what the name of every Rank Up Magic card should be. Basically, is what it just sounds like all these like forces and shit. It was just like, nah, like Rank Up Magic Astral Force, nah, that doesn't sound cool. That doesn't sound hype. Cipher Ascension, that sounds pretty hype. But anyway, this is a quick play Rank Up Magic spell card, as I've already said, and its effect is during either player's main phase, target one Cipher Exceeds monster you control, special summon from your extra deck one Cipher Exceeds monster that is one rank higher than the target by using it as the Exceeds material. This special summon is treated as an Exceeds summon. Exceeds materials attached to it are also attached to the new summoned monster. Yada yada yada, the typical Rank Up Magic spiel. And then the other effect of this card is this monster special summoned by this effect gains this effect. Continuous effect that it just gains. This card gains 500 attack for each level 4 or higher monster you control. Now that is actually the really key and interesting part about this card, because this card can literally only summon Neo Galaxy Size, can only summon Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon at this point in time, because like that's the only like rank 9 Cipher that you can summon, unless there's another one that I'm missing. But you can only summon this and use this with Cipher cards. You can only use this card with the Ciphers. That's very, very important. But it is also searchable via like Cipher Stranger and stuff like that, so the card is accessible in a few different ways. But outside of drawing it. But you use this card and you summon your Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, and Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, if you remember, has that effect that says you can detach up to 3 Exceeds materials from it and just take control of up to, of monsters your opponent controls up to the number of materials that you detached. So anywhere between 1 to 3 monsters, you non-targeted take over those monsters, and they become 4,500 attack and become treated as Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon for the remainder of the turn. Now, what this card does is this card gives Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon the added continuous effect of this card gains 500 attack for each level 4 or higher monster you control. So what that means is that you can utilize this card to summon Neo Galaxy Eyes, and you can use its effect detaching all 3 materials per se. And let's say you take over a board of your opponent's Cosmo cards. Like say they're just trying to give you the dick, and they have a Dart Destroyer, a Forerunner, and another Dart Destroyer on the board. You take control of those, all 3 of them, clearing the board effectively for your swing. And then those are all level 4 or higher monsters, because Neo Galaxy Eyes' effect does not alter the levels of the cards. It doesn't make them treated as a rank or anything like that. They still are level 7 and level 8 in that scenario that I presented. They are just named Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon and have 4,500 attack, and they can't attack. So that means that Neo Galaxy Eyes himself gains 500 attack for each of them, because those are level 4 or higher monsters. So he'll become 6k attack by himself. Now he's the only thing that can attack, but he's still 6,000. He can become anywhere between 4,500 and 6,000. Depending on what your opponent's board is. That's ridiculous. Not only are you taking control of up to 3 of their cards non-targetingly, by the way, but you're also gaining attack from doing so, and that's what makes this card really interesting. The fact that it's searchable, it gives an attack boost to a monster that was already big. What? Like, wow. Like, in terms of archetype specific cards, this is one of the better ones I've seen. Now, there could have obviously been better ways to make it work better with the archetype. Like, obviously you could have had something like Raptor's Force, where it brings back the monster and then overlays with it. Stuff like that. There are things that could have made this card incredibly unfair. Luckily, those things are not present on this card. But like, if there was any card that could have been made unfair to put like the Cipher deck over the top potentially, it would have been this card. Like, this effect is already really good. Like, the fact that it can be used during either player's main phase is cool. But ultimately, I really wish that it actually allowed you to go ahead and use the monster's effect, because it can be used during either player's main phase. I wish that it had an additional clause on it that said, you know, when you summon your Xyz monster, you can have the option to activate its effect right away. And that would have been cool, because then you could have used Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon's effect to take control of 3 things on your opponent's turn. And that would have been neat, because they would have gotten them back during the end of the turn anyway. But it still would have been, you know, just a cool little niche thing to have. But ultimately, I really like this card. I really like that it's searchable. I really like that it already gives a huge boss monster another added benefit. And I like the fact that it's a quick play. Even though it is restricted to main phase, it can be done during either player's main phase. Things I don't like about the card is that it doesn't allow you some form of actual recovery, and that it doesn't allow you to have your monster effect of Neo Galaxy Eyes usable on your opponent's turn, even though it is a quick play spell card. So those are my things about this card that I like and don't like. I want to know what you guys think about this card in the comments down below, as per usual. These videos are more of a conversation than they are me telling you what I think. I'm very curious as to read what you guys have to say about it. I look at every comment and I read every single one. Now, I may not reply to everyone, because that takes a lot of time out of my day, and I don't have that kind of thing, but I do read every comment. Like, that's one thing that I do, is that I read every comment as they are posted, and, you know, when I get a chance, I read every comment on a string of videos that went up like a day in advance or something like that. So this is more of a conversation than you guys think it is. I'm really curious about what you guys think about this card, as well as Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, as well as the rest of the Cipher cards, which I have yet to read, other than Cipher Wing and Cipher a Stranger. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe to all the nonsense you usually do. Links are in the description of my Facebook pages if you want to connect with me, chat with me, whatever. That's what they're there for. They're a resource there for you to use. If you like this video, it's very simple. Give it a like. I like my like bar to be huge. I mean, it's an ego thing, probably. But if you know people that would possibly like my content as well, feel free to share my video around to them. Trying to gain subscribers as quickly as possible, trying to grow the community of people that I'm able to connect with and reach out to through these videos and all my other outlets and stuff like that, and just basically trying to grow the channel and, you know, my channel name and stuff like that as quickly as I possibly can in the most effective way that I can think of. But other than that, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching as always, and take care.